Hi, Servus. Wollte nur mal Hallo sagen aus Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. We have some big news from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowls. We're going to start today with Charlie Schilling, the Director of Booking for those venues. Welcome, Charlie.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
A new general manager has been named for
Yeah.
PBA in Pinewood. Tell us about Tim Savona, who comes to us from Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah, well, we'll get to know him more. He's starting this month. Tim Savona came from the Sioux City complex up there, and we're excited to add him to our team and to invite him and to get him to meet folks from Lincoln.
A new general manager. Tim will be only the second general manager. Tom Lorenz, of course, was the original from the time PBA opened in 2013 until his death just last fall. So Mr. Savona has some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, he does. He inherits a really good team of folks that have been here a while and kind of know Lincoln, but I think we're going to acclimate him well, and excited about this time.
All right. I understand you've got a lot of concert announcements coming up in the very near future.
Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, we can't announce them today, but we have 5 in the pipeline. 4 at Pinewood Bowl, which we talked about. This is kind of the season where things are starting to come into focus. So we've got 4 for Pinewood Bowl and 1 at the arena.
We'll look forward to all of those, and hopefully some of my favorites will be in there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll mention this just for the fans. If you want to get the most up-to-date information, and there'll be information on the screen throughout this segment, but go to the Pinnacle Bank Arena homepage, and if you scroll to the bottom, there's a subscribe field, and just put in your name and you'll get the information just as soon as it becomes public.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to start out talking about Nebraska ball. Season's kind of winding down. March Madness is not too far behind. The women have a couple of games yet this month.
Yeah, we're excited. In fact, I see the graphic for the Iowa game on February 18th. We are excited that the University of Nebraska is trying to fill the arena for that game. Of course, it's a good rivalry game with a neighboring state, and I think the women are playing very competitively, and we're excited about that game.
All right, then February 26th, Northwestern comes to town.
Yeah, so a lot of basketball. If you've read the local papers, they're talking about how many wins the women need to get to qualify for the tournament. So they're a bubble team right now, and if they keep doing well, good things are going to happen.
They need the crowd to show up and cheer them on.
You know, in football they call that the 12th man. Yes, if we can get the support, it's only gonna help the team.
All right. How'd the crowd's been for men's basketball? They have 3 games coming up in February.
Yeah, the men have been uber competitive. They are, unfortunately, they've had a couple injuries to a couple starters, which is part of sports. But yeah, Coach Hoiberg and the guys are doing well, and I think as we close out the season, we'll hope that they continue.
All right. The games coming up this month are February 19th against Maryland. Then February 25th, the Minnesota Golden Gophers come to town. I love their mascot. And then February 28th, Michigan State. So, and then it's all time for March Madness.
Yeah, we are in the season, aren't we?
Yes, we are. March Madness here in Lincoln always means the girls and boys state basketball tournaments. What a fun time for people in Lincoln.
Yeah, just a great destination for the state to kind of migrate to Lincoln. I know that people want to know about ticket sales. It sounds like the NSAA will turn on the on-sale button as soon as they know who the teams are. So all of that is coming down the stretch, and the teams are competing, and we're excited to see who gets to come to Lincoln.
All right, we'll talk about the big 2 weekends with Jeff Mull coming up next, but it's always fun time, and hopefully we'll see a lot of Lincoln teams in.
Yeah, you never know. We've had some good history here with basketball, and I expect that to continue.
Do you still enjoy, even though it's been a few years, seeing the fans come in and look around the arena, some of them for the first time?
Of course. You know, families come from all over the state, and for those first-timers, they are just kind of amazed at the beauty of the arena, and of course, we get to work there. It's a real privilege, but we think the place is terrific.
Yes, it is. I'm still amazed at the beauty and the functionality of that arena when I go. And I've been there quite a few times.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
All right, let's move on to some of the concerts coming up at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Big one on February 16th with Blake Shelton.
Yeah, right around the corner. Again, we've talked about Blake before. Nothing really new to report other than ticket sales are going well, and there's still some available. So for those fans that are looking for something to do, please jump online and come join us. Fun fact, do you want to guess how tall Blake Shelton is?
I'm going to say he's 6 feet tall.
He's 6'4".
Oh
so,
my gosh.
Yeah, he could be playing on our basketball team.
If he has any eligibility
Yeah,
left,
I suppose. In cowboy boots, maybe.
Yeah, he wouldn't need a scholarship. He's got plenty of, I'm sure he's got plenty of money.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. March 25th then, A Blast from the Past, Journey with Toto. We've talked about how this concert is going to be one where every song that comes up, you're like, oh yeah, they did that one too.
Yeah, it's going to ring familiar for a lot of fans. They're going to recognize all of these hits. This is their 50th anniversary tour.
Wow.
And I was just, again, another fun little fact. Did you know that the lead singer for Journey was found on YouTube?
That's right, because
Yeah.
there was a replacement, right?
Yeah, replacement. So his name is Arnel Pineda, and he was found on YouTube, and he's just incredible. Of course, you know, Journey has such a big voice kind of sound to it.
Right.
So he has filled those shoes very well.
YouTube strikes again.
Yes, he does.
All right. Mercy Me is coming March 26th, along with some special guests.
Yep, Mercy Me. So it's a Christian-based show. We are excited that this is our first Christian show in the 10 years that we've hosted concerts. Again, another little fun fact about Mercy Me, their most favorite song, I guess, is I Can Only Imagine. Mm-hmm. And on Spotify, they have over 125 million streams.
I went to a memorial service for someone last fall, and they played that song at
Very,
the memorial
very touching,
service.
very
Yes,
moving
it is.
song, yes.
It's a beautiful song. April 7th and 8th, one of Tom Lorenz's favorite events, Monster Jam. Get out the earplugs.
Yep, Monster Jam. What can I say that hasn't been said? We know that they're bringing all the popular trucks, so be looking for those. I can't reveal who's actually going to be there because we won't know till it's showtime. But it's going to be all of the favorites, and it's a great weekend.
I'm going to have to try that out sometime.
Yeah, come down.
I might become a huge fan of
Yeah.
great big trucks
Yeah,
doing crazy stunts.
We have earplugs for you
All right.
too. So yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
April 14th, the WWE SmackDown. Hosted quite a few of these events at the arena.
Yep, WWE is kind of a classic family show, and it is, I don't know how many we've hosted, but we've had the opportunity to bring them in a few times, and we're grateful that they come to Lincoln.
Does that get loud too?
You know, the fans are fun, the activity is fun. Yeah, it's loud in a flamboyant kind of way, but yeah.
All right, April 25th, Shinedown 3 Days Grace and From Ashes to New, another religious type of concert.
Yeah, Shinedown has been around for a little while. In fact, it's been 20 years since they kind of were breakout stars. So you don't really think about how long some of these bands have been performing. But yeah, they've been in the scene for 20 years.
Wow. Saying Journey was celebrating its 50th anniversary makes me feel even older than I am.
We know some of their stuff, and we've been around, my friend.
Yes, we have. All right. April 29th, a great country show coming up.
Yes, the show that is hard to get tickets to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Morgan Wallen is that superstar, very hot artist. My fun fact about Morgan Wallen is, did you know that he went to the same high school as Kenny Chesney?
That's interesting. What
Yeah.
high school is it?
Somewhere in Tennessee, I think Sneedville, possibly. but yeah, he's from Tennessee.
I bet they have some fun class reunions.
How about that? Wouldn't that be great?
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
May 13th, then, we're going to have Kenny Chesney with Kelsey Ballerina, two great artists.
Yeah, again, a really nice package. Kenny Chesney, as you know from your Kansas City area roots, that he normally plays stadiums like the Kansas City Chiefs Arrowhead Stadium. So Lincoln is really lucky to get an artist of his stature that can come through here. But the package with Kelsey is great. Here's my fun fact with Kenny. His first guitar was named the Terminator. There you go. Don't know the meaning of that, but
Maybe he's just a fan of the movie?
possibly. Yeah.
Or movies, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We're going to wrap up with a couple other country shows at the arena. May 19th, Shania Twain, and August 29th, Zach Bryan.
Yeah, so Shania is one of those iconic pop stars that has crossed over from country to pop. In fact, she was at the Grammys. Do you recall what color hair she had?
It was it the bright orange?
Yes, it was bright, reddish, orangish.
I
yeah.
noticed it right at the beginning. I'm like, I wonder who that is. And
Yeah.
I was surprised it was Shania Twain.
So we'll have to take side bets to see what color her hair is in May. But yeah, we're excited about Shania. Again, it's one of those events that's literally to the rim in terms of ticket sales, and is going to be great for all the fans that can come.
And then you'll have to wait a while to see Zach Bryan. Are tickets on sale
Yeah.
for that now?
Zach Bryan is in queue. By the time this airs, they will be in that process where they're starting to alert people who's got tickets.
All right.
But here's my fun fact about Zach Bryan. One, he's 26 years old, but did you know he was born in Japan? Who knew? Anyway,
Was his
Born in Japan.
Were his parents in the service?
possibly, but he did grow up in Oklahoma, so that kind of fits his music theme, I guess.
Right. Okay. We've got one concert announced so far for Pinewood Bowl. As we mentioned, there are a lot of concert announcements coming up for Pinewood Bowl, but I'm going to start with Chicago, May 12th. What a great opening.
Chicago, just your classic. Again, kind of like they've been around probably longer than Journey. You know every song, and it just makes you feel good, whether it brings you back to your youth or you just love the song.
Fun fact for you, their original name was Chicago Transit Authority.
That's right.
Their first album was CTA.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned, we do have 4 Pinewood Bowl announcements coming. So, as you keep threading and watching this show, please jump on pinnaclebankarena.com and get new information.
All right, pinnaclebankarena.com, also pinewoodbowltheater.com, but you'll find announcements about both of them if you subscribe to
That's correct.
pinnaclebankarena.com.
Yep.
All right. Charlie, thank you so much. We're anxious to meet the new GM.
Yeah.
And wishing many more years of success for both of these incredible venues.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlie. And as we go to break, we're going to take a look at some of the events coming up at the Lancaster Event Center. And then Jeff Mull will be here from Visit Lincoln. Stay with us. Welcome back to Out and About. Jeff Mull joins us now from Visit Lincoln. Jeff, have you gotten used to your new name yet?
Getting there.
Getting there.
In fact, I think we catch ourselves at least once or twice a day saying Convention and Visitors Bureau. And now it's just Visit Lincoln, clean and easy, great new brand. So yeah, we're pretty happy. Pretty happy with the outcome.
All right. Let's talk about the big event coming up in early March. February always means we're getting ready for the big March Madness girls and boys state basketball.
Yeah, the NSAA, proud of our partnership with the NSAA and what they do for student athletes across the state. We'll start with NSAA State Girls Basketball March 1st through the 4th. Great venues in our community, great pageantry, great reunions of communities from across the state that call Lincoln home during this first weekend, rolling into the following weekend.
It's always a fun time. And Charlie and I talked about
Yeah.
a little bit the joy in just seeing some of the people who are from out of town come and see the arena for the first time and just marvel at our great new venue. Venue. Okay, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, but I remember 10 years ago walking into the venue with a a girls basketball team for the first time walking out into the building, walking out onto the floor, and just the people looking around going, oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
place is huge, and we're playing in a brand new arena. So
Playing
it
where
hasn't,
the Huskers play.
yeah, and it hasn't lost its newness. We're still a great destination for both weekends of girls and boys basketball, and again, proud of the relationship with the NSAA.
All right, both weekends they'll be at Pinnacle and Devaney.
Yep.
And then the girls also are in Lincoln Northwest, and the boys are at Lincoln Southeast.
Yeah, it's great to get a chance to play in our public schools. Great venues.
And those championship games.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's pretty special. It's so much fun to watch on
It
TV.
is, it is.
I can imagine what it's like being there in person.
Well, and I'll just give you one more example. I was watching Chucky Hepburn that played at Bell West up in Omaha. He and Hunter Salas from Millard North had probably one of the most memorable state championship games in Class A boys basketball. And to see those two athletes playing at a high level in the NCAA major Division I school says a lot for the competition in the state.
All right. Basketball is not the only game in town. We've also got the state swimming and diving championships coming up at Devaney. Lincoln is a championship city.
It is. The Devaney Center has been a long-time destination for state high school swimming and diving, February 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
The Lincoln Stars are still in action. You can find them at the Ice Box. We've got 2 more bouts coming up. Games
She does
coming.
it every time. Bout.
2 more games coming up in February, and the ones in March are going to feature a couple matchups with the Lancers.
Yeah, March 10th and the 18th, the Omaha Lancers, the I-80 rivalry will be brought back again, and Lincoln Stars are playing really, really good hockey this year. I can't say that for the last few years. They've struggled a little bit, but get out and get a ticket this year.
And if you check out the website, you can find out about all the special promotions. They have a lot of fun during the games in addition to playing some good hockey.
They do.
Let's talk about the Great Plains Games Festival. This event is in its 10th year, and it has really grown. They have over 750 people there at the Cornhusker playing board games.
Board games. When people hear gaming today, it's all electronic and headsets and communicating with people. This is a 3-day board gaming event at the Cornhusker. Great Plains Gaming Project has really grown this into a passion piece. You can show up, you can enjoy games, you can go head-to-head with people. This is the big one. This is a big deal for the city and our state.
They call it the cardboard community. I love that.
The smell of cardboard, yes.
The smell of a fresh board game,
Right.
freshly out of the box.
What was your Monopoly go-to medallion on the board?
I usually went with the car.
Me too, me too.
I like to pretend I was driving.
Yeah.
Other than that, the dog.
Yeah, the little, was it like a Scotty or?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's very
yep,
cute.
Very cool.
Very cool. The Great Backyard Bird Count is coming up February 18th out at Pioneers Park Nature Center. The staff there will lead you through this community science event. You can join people from all over the world watching birds and counting birds.
Yeah, it's a big part of what they do nationally and internationally. You can learn how to use binoculars, learn bird identification, and go on a short guided bird walk. They'll teach you everything you need to know about bird banding and much, much more.
Always so much fun at the Pioneers Park any time of year. The Early Childhood Family Fair is going to feature a local favorite in the String Beans live on stage.
Yeah, the kids will get a chance to play games, make art, dance, and the caregivers, those that bring the kids, will connect with Lincoln organizations and businesses that support and serve populations of children from ages birth through 8 years old.
They have arts, crafts, activities. This is the 5th annual, so have some fun out at Gateway and give a listen to the String Beans. I think they have some new stuff out.
They got some great new stuff out. They're fun to listen to.
Very creative group,
Yes.
group of young men. Young men. They would appreciate me saying
Sure,
that.
I'm sure they're listening right now.
There is a special exhibit we want you to know about at the Nebraska History Museum. It's a Smithsonian traveling exhibit on American democracy, a great leap of faith.
This is a big deal. It opens on February 9th. This
Today.
traveling exhibition.
We're taping today,
Yes.
yes.
From the Smithsonian explores the history of citizen participation, debate, and compromise from the nation's formation to today. This is an adaptation of the Traveling Smithsonian Institute Traveling Exhibit Service. Great opportunity to have this in Lincoln at History Nebraska. Again, they just had their ribbon cutting last night, opening today. Fun way to get out and experience something really cool.
It's good to remember that our country really is a big experiment that
Yeah.
is still going on. Democracy continues to evolve. It's such a timely exhibit, and it's going to be at the museum through, I believe, May. So make
Yep.
sure you get a chance to see this. American Democracy, a great leap of faith at Nebraska History Museum. We have a lot of theater to talk about. As you know, it's my
We
favorite
do.
thing to talk
Yep.
about. A couple shows we mentioned last time. Company, a musical comedy, the late Stephen Sondheim classic, is on at Tada Theater. Lots of fun, sophisticated humor, and it's a fun show.
Just won the Tony Award for Best Revival. So to have that at the Tada Theater, it's going to be a cool event. Tickets are still available. Lots of great music that goes with that. And again, a story of love and commitment. Those two things go together typically.
That's
Love
if
and commitment.
it can.
Okay.
We'll discuss that
Maybe
later.
there'll be a story on that later. but,
Okay, all right. Another big event we told you about last month. I want to remind you of the world premiere of Predictor. Angels Theater Company is presenting the real-life story of Margaret Crane, who became the inventor of the first home pregnancy test. I'm going to go see this tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is going to be a cool deal, and the desire to make a world a better place for everyone was really the reason behind putting all this together that Margaret had a chance to do in 1967. Great to have this take to the stage.
And the night I go, which is tomorrow night, February 10th, I'm going, Margaret Crane will be there.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. She will be there in the
Are
audience
you going to
for...
get a picture with her?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, Diane. We should have done our out and about episode from there.
She's like one of these hidden heroes that
Yes,
you don't
yes.
hear
You read a
about,
little bit
so-
more into her. Great story.
All right, another world premiere coming up at Nebraska Wesleyan. This one, A Long Line of McKinney Women. This was commissioned by Nebraska Wesleyan. It's a new musical.
Yeah, the near-death experience sends a heartbroken Alex McKinney to the hospital, and a long line of her long-dead ancestors visit her bedside. Good story. Should be a lot of fun. Always love what they're doing at Nebraska Wesleyan.
Yes, indeed. And they also have Puddin' and the Grumble coming up March 9th through the 12th. This is all about hunger in children, which is a huge problem in our country. I've seen this production before. The villain is actually a character that represents hunger, and it's vicious. Oh,
The Burn in the Belly, right? This is a family-friendly production, too, so it's by Lincoln-based artists. And they're touring Nebraska schools, and there'll be some great productions as part of this presentation.
Nebraska Repertory Theater continues its season with Stop Kiss. It is a surprisingly funny and deeply relevant story about a woman who leaves the Midwest to teach third grade in the Bronx and has some interesting things happen.
Befriending a friend, Callie, a New York City native, an unexpected attraction develops between the two friends. Stop Kiss is a surprisingly funny and deeply relevant production at the UNL Studio Theater.
Nebraska Rep always does a great job, as does the Lincoln Community Playhouse, which is presenting the musical Sweeney Todd. This is one of the strangest plots I've ever seen, but it involves a baker and a barber and murder
And a judge.
and all kinds of crazy stuff going on in this one. But it is recommended for ages 12 and older, but I know this has a stellar cast.
Yeah, we won't read much more of the descriptors, but when we say it's for 12 years and older, it's a great production. We've talked about Sweeney Todd in the past, and it always goes over very well with the more mature audience.
Speaking of the Lincoln Community Playhouse, the Russ's Wine and Food Experience is returning.
Ooh, 2 years.
After a 2-year break, the food and wine and all kinds of fun that you remember is coming back to Embassy Suites. Russ has put this on for 11 years. Maury Anders told me that over those 11 years, Russ's has raised over $400,000 for the community playhouse. So
It's a big deal.
great event to try some gourmet food, some nice wine, and have a good time and support the Playhouse.
You had me at cheese, dessert, and wine, Diane. This is going to be a fun event. If you have nothing else to do that night, put this on your calendar, Embassy Suites. Great night out as well.
Even if you do have something to do, you could
Do it
do
anyway.
this and then go out after that. So,
Congrats, I love it.
all right. Fans of Fleetwood Mac will want to head to the Rococo for a recreation of Rumors.
The Black Jacket Symphony. I've been hearing more and more about these guys and gals.
Really? This
They're-
is the first time I've heard
They're
about
back
it.
again to do another take on Fleetwood Mac. This is Rumors Live. Don't miss this incredible recreation, plus a full set of Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits. They're going to play the Rumors album, and then they're going to come back for a second set and play some other hit songs from Fleetwood Mac.
And the Rococo is always such a fun place to go. It's such a beautiful
It
venue.
is.
Nebraska Brass is presenting Brass Classic, great music for brass quintet. I just said brass 3 times because this is Nebraska Brass. It's its 35th anniversary season.
The Nebraska Brass.
The Nebraska Brass.
3 different communities presenting classic works composed for a brass quintet. Southgate United Methodist Church, great venue for some music. Churches are always
Pioneers.
really good.
Yeah, the acoustics are usually pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
This has a bit of something for everyone in addition to Mozart. We've got Jelly Roll Morton's Dead Man Blues and one of my favorite songs, Hoagie Carmichael's Stardust. That'd be beautiful on brass.
Yes, but what about Bo Atlas on the tuba? That's got to be a big deal.
Bo Atlas,
On the tuba.
interesting.
Yes.
Dean Heist, Brad Obink, Rick Ricker, Mark
Right.
Mindell.
This is the name game. We're getting them all out there. She's better at the hard names. I'll take the easy ones like Bo.
There you go. All right, LSO goes to Tatooine. Everyone, all the Star Wars fans know this, know where that planet is, and it's in a galaxy far, far away.
You can dress up as your favorite Star Wars character and attend this. There'll be a photo booth before the concert celebrating the music of the great film composer John Williams as well as The Mandalorian by raising this film score. Should be a lot of fun at the Lead Center for this night.
Also at the Lead Center, we have Reza coming up. This is a rock concert style magic show.
They're going to make motorcycles, helicopters materialize out of thin air live on stage.
Wow.
This is cool. The Art of Illusion played with rock music. It's going to be a psychedelic night.
Sounds great. All right, Legally Blonde, the musical. They have in the text, oh my God, you guys.
Oh my gosh. I said gosh.
Legally Blonde, the musical. This is the international award-winning
Yes.
musical, which is great fun.
Tickets are going fast for this. I will tell you, this is a very popular production, a sassy musical. Should be a lot of fun. Get onto the Lead Center's website and get your tickets today.
Elle Woods against the world, and Elle Woods comes out on top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Henrietta Solway is going to be presented by the Animal Engine Theaters Company, and this involves the work of Willa Cather, kind of wrapping it up into one epic story.
Yeah, the new play commissioned by the National Willa Cather Center about finding your place in the world, small towns, big cities, and restless passion. A sweet tale of ambition, sacrifice, and reconciliation. Sounds like a lot of fun. Great opportunity to get out and learn.
And Willa Cather is really a hero in Nebraska and beyond.
Very much, yeah, yeah, well recognized.
The Orpheus Chamber Orchestra with pianist Alessio Bax.
It's a radical experiment in musical democracy, proving for 50 years what happens when exceptional artists gather with total trust in each other and faith in the creative process.
The Orpheus has made Carnegie Hall its home for over 35 years, so straight from Carnegie Hall.
Pretty good at getting these these productions to come to Lincoln.
The next musical coming up at the Lead Center, all you need to see is the title and you know exactly what it's
Right.
about.
Go ahead, tell me what that is. Can you give me some vocals on this?
No, RESPECT.
All right, it's
Tell-
an electrifying tribute celebrating the music of the legendary Aretha Franklin. You just about baited me into singing. This is starring a live band and supreme vocalist. Come experience a night of music by one of the greatest artists of all time.
Well, this might be a little out of character for you, but you could give your shot of Natural Woman. No?
I can't do that.
Think?
I just don't have my voice today. It's kind of cold outside. What other excuses can I come up with?
You owe me.
I do.
I got to hear
do.
that. And now for something completely different. I had to contact Laura Durbin at the Lead Center and say, how in the world do you pronounce it? A Zizek. A Zizek on Turtle Island, cranes in North America. You know what a big deal cranes are here.
It's a big deal.
This story features Native American, indigenous artists, music, language, and culture with puppets created by the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
Not just any puppet, but larger than life puppets, live music, dance, and many of the finest puppets in the world. This is a great story, inspired from the state of Nebraska and a North American crane migration. They're going to do something neat. All LPS 6th graders will get to come see a student matinee of the show during the day, which I think is super fun to think about, but this will be a lot of fun at the Lead. This Lead lineup we talked today, there's got to
Wow.
be 2 or 3 things you can go out and do if you're listening or
2
watching.
or 3?
You could do them all.
I could go broke.
Well, no, just go enjoy
Actually,
'em.
the shows are all
Very affordable,
very
yes.
affordable. So I've got tickets for quite a few of the
Not
productions
surprised.
this year. So
Not surprised. Didn't you say
Mostly the musicals.
Weren't you just at oh, you went out and enjoyed some live music last night.
That's right. Lincoln Exposed is this weekend.
Yeah.
Again, we're taping February 9th.
Yeah.
Saw the great Josh Hoyer and Soul Colossal last night at the zoo. 7 musicians packed on that little zoo stage, but wow.
Great environment.
They are great. And then there's 80 bands over the next 3 nights. So Lincoln Exposed is really a fun time to get out. You pay one price and you can go to any of the venues that are hosting live music. And so it's, I'm probably going to be downtown a lot this weekend.
The arts are alive in Lincoln. We have a very vibrant art scene.
And if you want to look for something that strikes your fancy, Lincoln.org is the website, and we can always head to the Visitor Center.
Come down and see us at 7th and P in the Lincoln Station. You can always give us a call at 402-434-5348. We're ready and waiting to you challenge us with something you want to do in Lincoln, and I guarantee you we'll deliver.
Well, I'm going to say you go down there and ask people to sing ask Jeff to sing Natural Woman.
I will call you when I get that first call, Diane.
Okay, all right. Looking forward to that.
Yes, appreciate that.
That is all for this edition of Out and About. I again want to thank Charlie and Jeff for joining me. As we close, I invite you to stay tuned to find out about some of the great exhibitions at the International Quilt Museum. Then we'll run a listing of all the events that we featured during today's show. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about.